everyone, my name is Monica. Today I'm going to share with you a very simple pear soup recipe. It looks something like this, with chicken and with pork rib together with pear as well as the carrots. You can also eat it with the noodles, like this. The pear soup goes very well with the noodles and also the chili here. So it's just plain chili cut into small rings, and I added soya sauce to it. Here is how it looks like at the end, both of this. Any variation will do. Most of us are very busy juggling work, children, etc. On top of that, we also are very determined to cook easy and healthy meals for our family. Also, this recipe is a perfect recipe if you feel a bit off color and you need something hot and nourishing as a pick-me-up. So if you are interested to learn how to make this pear soup, let's get started. Now the first step is to get 4 liters of water boiling in a pot, and I have also 10 cloves of garlic put inside. The garlic is a whole garlic, that means I didn't crush it. I just let it be inside here in this form. It just comes from one big clove of garlic, so one big bulb of garlic, and broke it into 10 cloves. So when the water comes to boil like this, what you need to do is to get 1 kg of pork rib. For my case down here, I use 1 kg because I need to have this soup lasting for 2 days. But if you just want to do it for 1 day or just 1 meal, you might just want to, decrease the ratio to half rather than the full recipe. So everything correspondingly, you make it half. So here we go, the pork rib, you put it inside, So the pork rib has to go in and boil for half an hour. So I put in the pork rib first because it takes a longer time to soften, and I also like it to be very soft and falling off the bones kind of effect at the end. So we'll put the pork rib first, but if you don't take pork, you can omit this. So all you have to do is put a little bit more chicken, or any other meat of your choice, but I think meat will be better and not seafood. So I have just put in 1 kg of pork rib, so I'm going to cover it and bring it to boil. So once it's boiled, I'll lower the heat to medium heat, and I will wait for half an hour for it to boil before the next batch of meat, which is the chicken, that goes in. So we will wait and come back in half an hour's time. Okay, now half an hour has elapsed. Let's have a look and see how it turns out. So it looks something like this after half an hour. So the next thing we want to add will be the chicken. So this chicken upper thighs that has been skinned. And I took out all the skin and any visible fat as much as possible. I also add in drumstick here. So all in all, this is 1.5 kilograms. So all you have to do is to just gently drop it in, like so. And we want to boil this chicken for another maybe half an hour together with the pears and the carrots, which I'm going to add later. So once I finish adding this chicken, I will then add the pears and the carrots. So the next thing that goes in will be the carrots. So you can see that carrots, I use 3 carrots here, and I cut it into thick rings like that. So you drop this in, like so. So just drop it in, like that. And we will then add the pears. So the pears, I have got 6 pears. These are Taiwan pears. Personally, I prefer the Korean pears because the Korean ones are bigger, juicier, and they also hold their shape much better in this process of boiling. However, I couldn't find Korean pears in my local supermarket, so I settled for the Taiwan pears. But you can use any kind of pear, even Namshui pear, or or Peckham pears, yeah. But Peckham pears, I think, is a little bit softer, so you might just want to boil not that long, yeah. So for this case down here, I'm using Taiwan pears, so we'll just drop them, the Taiwan pears in, yeah, like so, and together we will continue to boil, yeah. So it's a huge pot like that, which will last us for about 2 days, yeah. And another thing that I want to add is this thing called the sweet dates, yeah. So you can see the sweet dates down here. I have 4 of them. It imparts fruity sweetness to the soup, yeah. So that's why I love to add that too. So all of them, I put them in, 4 of them. And the last thing that you want to add is the this chicken stock, yeah. So this chicken stock I bought from the store, yeah, and just because we want to save time, so 1 liter of them, you just add it at the end like that, yeah. Just add it at the end, and it brings the whole pot up to almost full, which is what I am aiming at. Give it a good stir, yeah. Give it a good stir, and continue to boil, yeah, for another half an hour, yeah, at medium heat, yeah. So medium heat for another half an hour, and we'll come back and see what happens after half an hour. Okay, another half an hour has elapsed, so let's have a look and see how our soup looks like. There you go. It is boiling very nicely. Everything seems to be quite soft and ready. So the last ingredient that we need to add is this thing called the goji berries. I've got 4 tablespoons of this, and I always add it last because I do not want it to boil for too long because it gets a little bit mushy. So therefore I add it at the end when the meats are already tender and soft. So here we go. We will just add this in last, yeah, while it's still boiling, and then after I've added all these, I will give it a stir like that, and then I will switch off the flame, and then close the pot with a lid for about 5 minutes. So that is a perfect timing for it to soften without turning mushy. Yeah, we'll come back later. There you have it, a hearty, healthy, and easy to make pear soup recipe. You can have this soup with your favorite noodles, yeah, like this, yeah, favorite noodles, like this one down here, yeah. I've got some noodles, Slurpee noodles. I use the egg noodles to go with this, but any type of noodles, your favorite ones will do, and it goes very well with some chili, yeah. So I just cut chili and put some soya sauce on it, and it goes very well with this noodle soup. Or some of you might prefer just to eat it plain, just like that, yeah. You've got the pears, you've got the carrots, the pork rib, as well as the chicken thighs with the bones on, yeah. So you put the bones on so that it becomes more tasty, yeah. The broth becomes more tasty. So till we meet again in another video, happy cooking!